Today, we are unveiling something truly special: AI Superstar, a comprehensive computer science textbook series for CBSE Class 10. After the remarkable success of our supercomputer curriculum featuring Happy Coders, Supercoder, and Master Coder, we are thrilled to introduce CBSE Skill Subject 417 Artificial Intelligence. This curriculum is built on the innovative C4 learning model and powered by a robust AI driven learning management system, ensuring that students not only learn AI but also experience it in action. But we are not just here to tell you about it. We have someone truly special to take you through this journey. So let us introduce a visionary in EdTech, a passionate trainer, and an AI education leader. Please welcome Mr. Vasudeva Natarajan, Chief Operating Officer and co-founder of SuperTeacher EduReforms Private Limited. With a legacy of conducting over 1,000 workshops and training nearly 3 lakh teachers on curriculum design, assessments, pedagogy, and technology, Vasudevan is here to give you deep insights into this groundbreaking curriculum. So grab your cup of coffee, settle in, and get ready for the next 45 minutes of inspiration, insights, and innovation. Over to you, Vasu.
Thank you very much. A warm welcome to one and all present over here, teachers. Thank you so much for joining on an interesting session. It gives us a lot of, I would say, responsibility and at the same time, a little bit of pride to talk about something that's revolutionizing the complete industrial ecosystem on looking and solving problems in day-to-day life. While the government of India was quite active in talking about competency-based education system, ensuring the real-life applications coming in the core subjects of science, math, social, English, basically the languages, we were very worried that computer science might not be given that much of an importance. But luckily, in abiding by the NEP policies, ensuring that the coding and artificial intelligence given the due responsibility and the respect, massive changes have happened. Initially, when we looked into the documents released by Government of India, we were quite skeptical. We're working on the understanding of like, do you really think OpenCV is the right platform to be introduced for grade 9 and 10? Are the children ready to take it up? But when you look into the industrial requirements, the things are way faster than what we accepted. It was already spoken by great leaders
Hello,
like Elon Musk,
Pyramid.
Sundar
Are you
Pichai,
busy?
and multiple other
Your free time.
great leaders
There
out
is
there.
one Zoom meeting.
Okay, somebody's inviting somebody else. Thank you so much for that. So it means a lot. Anyways, let's quickly. So when all these leaders are speaking so much about artificial intelligence, if it is not there in the school, what is the point? Just imagine the scenario. The students are using ChatGPT to answer the questions related to Microsoft Excel, which is asked in a board exam. It's quite a weird scenario. That means their Excel is becoming redundant. So somewhere there is a lot of disruptions happening in the community, especially in the computer science department. We are able to foresee a bright future for all the computer science educators across the country, especially in India right now, with massive changes, with a lot of tools getting developed every day. The new Google is actually called as AI. Probably the name is ChatGPT or Grok or DeepSeek or Gamma, whatever it is. But the new Google is definitely AI. Let's quickly begin with this particular aspect. We'll be sticking on to the core aspect of the session today. With respect to Super Teacher, working on computer science curriculum since 2019, we've been massively researching about various global computer science educational practices. And based on that, we have designed our curriculum following the NEP principles of competency-based education system with a groundbreaking pedagogy called a C4 model, working in close collaboration with Pilani and IIT Hyderabad. With that particular approach, 10th standard, the curriculum has been derived. What's really interesting and fascinating about this curriculum that we believe is it's real life connect that's present across. And this is not just present in like 10th standard, it's there in 9th, and the culture of C4 is see right from grade 1 onwards. But from grade 9 and 10 perspective, it is from the maturity level of the children and their exposure. Let me quickly share my screen and show you some of the aspects of grade 10. So for that, I would like to give me a moment. So here we go. You'll be able to see the screen in 3, 2, and 1. So some of the key differences of grade 10 in comparison to the last year, it's basically neural networks is added to quite a massive extent. It's added to class 10. Ethics and bioethics expanded. And there's something called as oh my goodness activity, which is all about what's the right thing to do. AI ethics. AI project cycle got improved to a very large extent with new structure with 6 clear stages. This is one of the key differences. Right after that, you also have no code AI tools introduced, especially the tools like Orange data mining, especially for data science, and then Google Teachable Machine to understand machine learning. And they made sure that the students really don't get into too much of coding to understand the basic concepts of artificial intelligence. AI model evaluation got expanded with confusion matrix introduced, recall, and F1 score. This was already there, but it just got expanded a little more. Computer vision and NLP got enhanced a little bit more with covering real world applications. I think you might know about the Cotton Ace application that was actually discussed, and that's considered to be one source of information through which the complete project cycle is explained. We'll look into it in a detailed manner in a few minutes. Data science is also renamed as statistical data. Then programming concepts got improved, added logical programming exercises. Libraries and frameworks got upgraded to a very big extent. So this was exactly the area where we were a little worried. Will the children be able to actually cope up? Interestingly, the children took it up very fast. Yeah, it was us who had apprehensions. And the teachers, of course, now includes artificial intelligence and machine learning specific libraries like TensorFlow, Keras, OpenCV. It's already there, but just a little bit of expansion. New question formats. Case-based questions got introduced in some chapters. Accession and reasoning questions have been introduced. Competency-based has been taken a little more seriously. Some of the sections, the book had 4 parts, but now it has got 3 parts. So the last 2 parts are merged, making Python as one of the priorities. Last, units are renamed and restructured. Several unit names have been changed for better clarity. Suggested projects got updated, like early project student mark prediction, smoke and fire detection. From robotics point of view, new projects like AI project development, prediction of Palmer penguin species, early detection of coral bleaching, sentiment analysis. Are you happy right now? AI will tell you if you are. So these are some of the key aspects. Of course, there are some pages where there are direct screenshots from the chat GPT or some AI model as well, which is completely fine. But a little bit of rework could have given a little more structure to the whole document of CBSE. Just the constructive feedback out there to you, CBSE. Yeah. Anyways, so these are some of the updates. One important announcement that I would like to make right now to all the teachers. There'll be a form which will be released in few seconds. I would request you to all fill it up. If you consider having our computer science grade 9 and 10 curriculum with you as a sample copy right now. So if there is a school who has started using a grade 9 and 10 AI, we very strongly believe that our approach of curriculum right now would definitely enhance your teaching style to a very large extent. And for the first time, the children might be really interested in the theoretical aspects of artificial intelligence as well. You'll know that. You'll know that. We're going to touch upon that. Right after that, in case if anybody is interested, we're also opening a training program. We're also launching a training program exclusively for 9th and 10th teachers across the country, irrespective of the computer science books that are taken from us or not. You might be using any curriculum, you might be using the CBSE material. Whatever the case may be, we would humbly like to request all the teachers who aspire or would like to understand about computer science curriculum, especially from AI point of view, for grade 9 and 10. The core chapters will be covered in about 2 weeks' time. The timetable and the schedule will be launched shortly. Okay. Is there a chaos because of that?
Sir, unmute yourself.
Timing will be predominantly in the evening times. So, like it'll be right after the school when you come back, and that's how it's going to be. So, right now, let's quickly move forward and understand. We'll get into the chapters one by one, probably 1 or 2 chapters before we complete in few minutes or few seconds, and then we'll get on with some of the reviews of great computer science educators across the country I'm really glad that I've got some really eminent teachers. Shaisha ma'am from DPS Mysore, and then I've got Asha ma'am from Navkis Education Center from Bangalore. Then we've got Ramya Shriram ma'am, one of the National ICT awardee members and one of the good, you know, like one of the best members that we've ever had in our team. So we'll talk to all of them one by one. But before that, I would like to quickly launch the Grade 10 book with all your presents right now in the form of a small video clipping. And then we'll get into the details of the chapter one by one. And then we'll open up the stage with the teachers for the review. So here we go, teachers. I would like to share my screen. Give me a minute. But that's basically a brief glimpse about the computer science curriculum out there. And grade 10 is all about contextualization. Grade 10 is all about giving the perspectives that are happening very recently. Have you ever thought about a scenario, teachers, where you were thinking about something and you get that as an advertisement? You're thinking about shutting down your computer and the computer just shuts down. Lot of updates have happened with respect to machine learnings and artificial intelligence, and these are not just news. These are not just magic. They're happening right outside the window. So we're going to talk about some of these chapters and some of these aspects one by one. And before getting on with that, I would like to request Ramya ma'am, on the screen to quickly give us a brief overview about your opinion and perspective on computer science books of grade 10. Could I request you to please come on, ma'am? Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Vasudevan. So it's very nice to be part of this launch. I'm so happy, and this is a great news from Super Teacher for all the computer science teachers who handles artificial intelligence. And of course, I just went through the book, and I feel like how properly it is aligned with NEP, CSTE, and ISTE standards. So it's very nice, like we don't need to worry about that part actually, because it is already aligned, and we don't need to worry whether what I'm doing, whatever we are teaching, is aligned or not. So that part is covered, and the book is not just child friendly, it is very teacher friendly also, I must say, because when we go through it, it is so colorful, and the examples are very simple, and I feel that it is to the point. There is no beating around the bush in the book. So what is actually required for a teacher to know, and also for the from the children's point of view, so what is exactly required for them, it is covered in a proper manner. And I must also say the examples, the scenarios that are mentioned in the textbook, they are all like student centric. Every example, every scenario that is given in the textbook, the children can relate actually. So even the first lesson, where the children want to develop attendance system, so they can actually relate to it. And I'm sure students will also get motivated to develop something like that once they complete the chapter. So that's how it is all like very relevant for from the children point of view. And the flow of content throughout the chapters, it is very seamless. There is no like confusion, like the connectivity is not going anywhere. So the flow is very proper and very seamless. When we actually go through the textbook, it is like reading a storybook. We don't feel like keeping the textbook down, because the flow is very good. Otherwise, if the continuity is not there, definitely we as teachers also would definitely close the book. So that part has been handled very well. And the quality, I must also say, the quality of the paper and the way it has been formatted, okay, so it actually gives students interest to actually go through the content in the textbook. And also, like, lot of activities are given for experiential learning, which is very very important. So that ensures that it is aligned with NEP. So when actually children, when they get into action, when they actually do certain things practically, then only they will actually get that enduring understanding and the interest to learn the subject. So that part, every activity that I see, it is actually very relevant, and they get that hands-on experience. And sometimes what happens, whenever we give that AI related task for students to do, there will be so much of enthusiasm, and they completely get diverted from AI, and they see it only from a gaming point of view. So here it is not like that. The instructions are given clearly, and how it is, whatever activity they are doing, how it is related to artificial intelligence, which domain of artificial intelligence it is connected to. So that part is very well explained, so the students stay focused on what they are doing. And whenever they do activity, they will be definitely able to relate with an element of artificial intelligence. It's not just a game or just an activity they do have fun and forget about it. So it is not like that. And there are many real life connections as well. So as I told you some time back, this will help the students to connect, and also will motivate them to do something on their own. So that is what ultimately we want students to get that interest, get curiosity, and develop something on their own. So that is the ultimate purpose of learning the subject. So this will help them to participate in CBSE competitions. There are so many competitions coming up for artificial, related to artificial intelligence and all. So this will definitely, as teachers, we can definitely create a group and take them for national level competitions organized by CBSE, partnered with many other companies like IBM, Meta, and all. So I think that would definitely help teachers and students to go to the next level, not just inside the classroom. Okay, they can explore beyond the classroom. Whatever they are learning, they can take it forward and go beyond the classroom, and participate in many competitions, many events. So I think that is a good opportunity for teachers and students. Okay, that's what I feel about this book, and I'm very happy, and congratulations to all of us actually being part of this wonderful team for so many years. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ramya ma'am. Thank you so much for giving a brief insight about it. I'm really glad that you've gone through the curriculum and that's how you're able to express that. So yeah, thank you so much, Ramya ma'am. Means a lot. I'll call you again. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
So in this hour, like thank you, like when we talk about Ramya ma'am's expressions on real life application and the flow of chapter from storytelling standpoint, I would like to quickly share the screen and show you some of the chapters coming out there, and let me show you how it is actually crafted out there. So for that, I would like to show the platform in 3, 2, and 1. For all the teachers who are asking about the computer science curriculum as a sample copy, there'll be a Google form launched in few minutes. You could actually fill that up if you require the sample copies, and you shall get it. Here we go. So the first one, domains, AI domains, project cycle, and ethics. Part B, basically getting started with advanced AI modeling. And then you've got basics of model evaluation, exploring statistical data, exploring computer vision, concepts of NLP, Python programming for AI. So these are some of the aspects from where the chapters are written. And interestingly, if the students are learning something related to a programming language, they don't really have to install the software. It is already integrated within the platform. Well, this platform is called as OpenCS. It's the medium of communication for our research team to continuously interact with the school teachers in the form of WhatsApp communications and LMS. I would like to quickly show one chapter to support Ramya ma'am's point over here. And for that, let me click on the ebook over here. This is on AI domains, project cycle, and ethics. And I would like to go full screen. As spoken few minutes before, a word used called as C4 model, which talks about a pedagogical approach to competency-based education system, says that any chapter when it begins, it has to begin with a context setting, and that's why it's called as C1, context setting. And right after that, something comes called as connect to real life. Third is concept exploration, and the fourth is competency building. We really believe in this model, and this has worked very well. Look at this. Look at this. This is basically a chapter on domains, project cycle, and ethics. You must be an ethical person out there, right? Yeah. Anyways, let's understand this. Can AI hack the human brain? So basically, what happened is in 2024, not long ago, just 1 year back, a company named Neuralink, founded by Elon Musk, unveiled a groundbreaking technology called as telepathy. Telepathy used to be considered as a word that is mocked, generally used in series like Ahat for that matter. I think about something, my wife in Bangalore is able to listen to what I'm speaking, know what I'm thinking. That's telepathy. A tiny chip was implanted into the brain of an individual who had lost control of his limbs due to an accident. This allowed him to control a computer cursor, click on files, and even play chess just by thinking. This magical device, which transforms throughout like thoughts into actions, will soon become commonplace. It offers hopes to millions of differently abled individuals. However, this incredible technology also raises some significant questions. How does telepathy work? Will it have risks? What challenges does it face? Let's explore. Now, we have taken this case study of Neuralink, an organization very nicely built up by this great gentleman called as Elon Musk. I would request you to please read about it a little more. Is considered to be an element of need, need creation to learn this particular chapter called as AI domains, project cycle, and ethics. So when you continue the chapter, immediately it'll talk about everything that the children might already know. That's why it's called as connect to real life. For example, for centuries, humans have been at the heart of innovation, solving problems, making decisions, and performing tasks that require intelligence. Now, to take it a step further, we've empowered machines to match our capabilities. One example is a self-driving car. Factories are completely automated. Amazon, Jeff Bezos is already working on drone delivery mechanism of ordered items and whatnot. So when you look into all these things one by one, let's quickly go forward and understand. AI project cycle, it keeps on continuing. And here Arjun is taken as one element. So whatever Arjun is talking about, and based on that, what's problem scoping, what's data acquisition, what's data exploration, based on the thought process of Arjun, it is developed further. When it comes to the end of the chapter, we'll keep going forward, we'll keep going forward. I'm not really getting into the technicalities of it right now. We conclude the chapter, like only when the students are able to understand it completely, they'll be able to understand the conclusion of it. And it's really nice. Look at this, look at this. Quite long chapter. We are there at the 16th, 17th, 18th, or 26 pages. I'm deliberately scrolling it across so that you get to see some glimpse. Okay, okay. And we have got the short answer questions, long answer questions, higher order thinking questions, case-based questions as well. So these are some of the worksheets completely aligned with the thought process of scoring really good marks in 10 standard. Assertion and reasoning questions also follow right after that. And for each of these worksheets, there's a detailed worksheet answer keys along with explanation on the platform. I'll show that to you in a few minutes. Let's quickly come back on the conclusion. Now that we've explored the domains of AI, the AI project cycle, and AI ethics, let's get back to telepathy. The Neuralink chip reads brain signals, sends them to a smartphone app, which turns them into actions on a computer. But if AI can read brain signals, some individuals argue it could also predict thoughts before we even realize them. They further point out that if AI starts using uh if AI, where is it? I'm sorry. But if AI can read brain signals, realize they further point out that if AI starts using this information for targeted ads or decision making, it's just like hacking our brains. That is why bioethics in AI is important. By following the principles of bioethics, AI can be developed to help people while protecting privacy, fairness, and safety. So this particular case study clearly indicates it's very important to learn about the concept of AI ethics, domains, and more importantly, the project cycle. So Neuralink is acting as an element of need creation to learn this particular chapter. So that's what defines this particular chapter to be quite different from the handbook that's provided by CBSE. Of course, they cannot really afford to get on to so much of details considering a lot other projects, in their hand. But as a responsible publisher, we believe that this is the least that we can give, and the chapter is quite interesting. You should watch that. Anyways, I would like to quickly stop share the screen, and I would like to talk about it a little bit more with Shaista ma'am. Shaista ma'am, I would like to invite you. I hope you're there. You're able to hear me. So Shaista ma'am is the computer science HOD from Delhi Public School, Mysore. One of the most active members and quite sincere in keep like on correcting us on making sure that the things are getting executed both from content and implementation point of view. Thank you so much for being here, Shaista ma'am. Over to you. I would like to request you to please look into the books and give your opinion.
Yeah, good evening, sir, and good evening to one and all. I cannot switch on my webcam since I'm
No
traveling.
problem. No problem.
I'll be in the microphone mode, sir. I got the information very late. Already we had plans. So I'm Shaista Kausar, dear audience from Delhi Public School, Mysore. Starting this academic year, we had adopted the super coder curriculum. And I must say, it has proven to be an outstanding choice when compared to other available publications. What truly sets this curriculum apart is its well structured and thoughtfully categorized content. It follows a logical progression that builds from foundational concepts to more advanced topics in a smooth and coherent manner. This curriculum is age appropriate, engaging, and comprehensively explained, making it accessible and effective for both students and educators. For the senior grades, especially for the board examination, in the view of examinations, particularly for grades 9 and 10, we conduct a comparative analysis between the CBSE prescribed textbook and the supercoder, that is known as superstar textbook. The difference was striking. While the CBSE content in some areas lacks structure and depth, Superstars offers well organized and enriched materials supported by a wide range of resources such as the very first, TRITE, activities for hands on learning, followed by InfoBytes for quick, insightful information, IRA, and AI based chatbot for instant assistance right from your MCQs to XYZ. Visual representation, that is what important. In CBSE we can see black and white print. Here especially we can see visual representation where the students just they can simplify complex concepts, and chapter wise MCQs for tough practice. Teachers, we know very well, like AI subject 50 marks will be the paper. In across 50 marks, 25 marks will be full fledged MCQs, where our students will be losing the marks, where we'll be trying very hard to score centum. And here I can say we are getting ample of MCQs for practice, and we can create our own question bank with the help of several apps. Next, we have the very important aligned with the latest blueprint, that is assertion and reasoning questions. Sir, we were really interested in solving those questions, which are from assertion and reasoning part, followed by as usual fill up the blanks, true or false exercise, short and long answers. Next comes the very important, the high order thinking skills. We will be getting some subjective based questions followed by HOTS. Then comes case based questions to build analytical thinking. This is what the CBSE had introduced from last year onwards, that is reason assertion and reasoning based questions followed by case based questions. So in case based questions it was quite interesting. It was based on scenario and the children were able to relate the content what they have studied, and they were able to solve the questions. Next comes the topic wise, we'll be getting some activities followed by lab exercises. Next, again, the very important in the view of examination, previously asked board questions. This is for better examination preparation. We'll be getting year-wise some content we'll be getting, and there after the topic itself, after the chapter or content, we can solve some set of questions also. Simultaneously, we can prepare them for the board examinations. All through, my conclusion will be these components significantly enhance conceptual clarity, exam readiness, and student confidence. In conclusion, we are extremely satisfied with the Superstar and Supercoder curriculum. It is comprehensive, logical, sequenced, and effectively meets the learning needs of 21st century for digital learners. And it was my proud privilege to be a part of this enriching session. Thank you so much, sir. Vasudevan, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your humble words. It means a lot. And Shaishta ma'am is actually well known for her deep research in the curriculums. She was able to point out errors that we had made in some of the curriculum, like grade 1 to 8, in a very minute manner in some of the chapters. So we really realized that she must be one of the right persons to actually look into the book and give us a feedback. Interestingly, Shaishta ma'am, from humor point of view, as your video was not really on, there were a lot of chances for most of the people to think like it is definitely an AI voice speaking on behalf of Shahista on the other side in a very structured manner, in a very organized manner. No human indication at all. Probably you were really well prepared. So thank you so much for that. And because we live in an AI era, everything is possible. Am I really there here? Maybe. Thank you so much, ma'am. Means a lot. Means a lot. Let's quickly
Yes.
get on to let's quickly get on to the next quick aspect of the curriculum in support of Saishta ma'am. So for that, I would like to share the screen. I think you should be able to see this. The moment we click on AI domains, project cycle, and ethics, you'll be able to see lesson plans, ebook, video, audio, video content, and worksheet resources, a lot of other aspects. So when I click on the chapters, so when I click on lesson plan 1, it will give me the presentation of that particular chapter while we are working on a lot of other chapters considering the release of this curriculum quite late. However, we are pretty much ready with the audio video content of initial chapters along with resources. So I would like to quickly play this to give you a glimpse about how it's actually derived. So for this, you should be able to hear it in 3, 2, and 1.
AI domains, project cycle, and ethics. In 2024, a company named Neuralink, founded by Elon Musk, unveiled a groundbreaking technology called telepathy. A tiny chip was implanted into the brain of an individual who had lost control of his limbs due to an accident. This allowed him to control a computer cursor, click on files, and even play chess just by thinking. This magical device, which transforms thoughts into actions, will soon become commonplace. It offers hope to millions of differently abled individuals. However, this incredible technology also raises some significant questions. How does telepathy work? Could it have risks? What challenges does it face? Let's explore. Learning objectives. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to understand AI and its domains, explore the AI project cycle, recognize AI ethics and bioethics, analyze real-world AI challenges.
So basically, that's the first introduction video. We have made the video in a manner so that the teachers first speak in the class, and these videos act more like a summary of whatever the teacher has spoken. The lesson plan, the ebook, the resources, and interestingly, we have something very interesting called as IRA with us. We'll talk about IRA right after speaking to Asha ma'am. I would like to quickly stop share the screen and would like to request so basically, Asha ma'am is the one of the key members in the computer science department of Navkis Education Center, one of the premium schools in Bangalore, led by a proper corporate team of teachers in governing lesson plans, chapters, etc. So in this occasion, Asha ma'am was quite inspirational with her ideas on uh, ideas and problems, basically on teaching artificial intelligence in grade 9 and 10. It's quite a challenge for the school to think about, like, do we really have to take it up? Students are pretty doing good in IT. Do we really have to take that up? Something like that. And she was the one who was like, let's take it forward. It's quite important. So here in this case, I would like to invite Asha ma'am. Over to you, ma'am. Please provide your opinion about the curriculum. Right after that, I would like to talk. Yeah.
Hope I am audible, sir.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Thank you for joining.
Good evening, one and all. Who and all have joined in the meeting. Sir, firstly, I would like to tell you the AI Superstar and both Super Coder books are truly impressive. They are not just aligned to the CBSE curriculum, but also we found it's designed in a way that it makes learning interesting and practical for students. Your C4 model of approach, wow, just I should tell wow. It's truly amazing. As in your previous talk, you have already mentioned regarding telepathy. I need to just tell one of your context setting, just to bring in the concept of processor and RAM, the chitty, the robo, so many processor and 1 terabyte. See, just the simple example, you connected the children so interestingly. I need to just give that as an example.
Thank you.
And one more thing, even within first week of reopening, many students have approached us comparing the last year textbooks and the currently received textbooks, saying they like the content layout too good. They found it very interesting and engaging too. Even before our classes, they are exploring with your contents. As far as for teachers, the LMS training, what you have provided, like you spoon fed us. You really spoon fed us. Just we need to prepare and deliver. Thank you so much, sir. Everything is well organized, ready. Just prepare and deliver. Regarding textbooks, I need to mention, because we are taking the board papers, you know, the time regarding the research of sample question paper, probably asked questions, and your textbook exercises have made those part also very easy. Like every part in that covered almost case-based studies, HOTS, all short answer questions, and how many times it's repeated in the board paper, all. There is no need to search outside resources. I'm feeling it's all structured, very student friendly, of course, teacher friendly even, and exam ready. Apart from all this, I should appreciate your open AI, IRA. For all our silly queries, there is an answer. I found these books very special. They just don't teach theory. They help children actually do things with coding and AI. Very much glad and happy to be part of this team, sir. Appreciating all your efforts behind this and expecting the same in future. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you very much, Asha ma'am. Thank you so much for highlighting the key aspects of the resources. Makes the work really easy. As ma'am really mentioned about the resources, one of the standpoint that our team, or we are blessed with, is a team who are diligently working on the content throughout the academic year. So we support the schools in preparing question paper whenever required. We just mentioned the chapters. We are there to support you. But we also prepare the question papers in advance and put it on the LMS platform. One of the important features which I would like to share, and then we'll conclude right after that, is basically this particular aspect of IRA. So ma'am was talking about IRA, and this is that cute icon that you can see over there. So if I'm there, I'm like in AI domains and projects, cycle and ethics chapter. I click on IRA. I can ask any question to IRA. So I can say that, hey, IRA, I would like to have more number of critical assertion and reasoning questions from this chapter from the real life perspective of festivals, or let us go with Indian festivals. So what IRA actually does is, IRA has got this ability of reading the chapter, and it's basically an AI model. So it's like see, I cannot find relevant information in the provided pages regarding critical assessment reasoning questions specifically related to India. So, however, I can suggest some examples based on my knowledge. Assertion: Diwali is celebrated as the festival of India. Reasoning: it symbolizes the victory, good over here. So Here it has not connected. So I'm going to prompt again saying that, could you connect please assertion and reasoning questions with this chapter? Let us try understanding that. No, it's not able to find. Our assertion reasoning questions typically involve statement. Correct, correct. I'm going to repeat it again. Give me 5 assertion and reasoning questions. Reasoning questions from this chapter to practice. Let us see if it's able to do this. If not, then I have to work on Ira again. I hope Ira, you don't give up at this point. Okay, let us see. So AI can process data faster than humans. Reason this is because AI algorithms can analyze large data sets simultaneously without fatigue. Okay, I'm getting some questions, at least from this chapter, but not really connecting with the festivals. Well, it can do that. It is supposed to do that. I need to rework on the algorithm of AI over here. This is possible due to machine learning algorithms that allow AI to learn from data and improve over time. Again, then you've got the next question. Ethical considerations are crucial in the development of AI technologies. Absolutely, from the chapter, this is important to ensure that AI systems do not perpetuate biases or cause harm to individuals or society. So basically, this particular chapter on AI ethics, if at all a teacher is requiring more number of questions to practice with different relatability to festivals or whatever it is, it should be able to work. Yeah. Now it cut my nose a little bit with the first 2 prompts, but I don't want to waste my time with further prompts out there. Keep on prompting, it will be able to give you good questions. Interestingly, under the resources column, you will also find question paper generator. And under the practice column, you will find the IDE getting integrated. We'll have a separate training program for all the teachers out there to talk about how AI with OpenCS platform and our curriculum will work. Also to all the teachers who aspire to learn about the concepts separately. So this is basically the complete idea on grade 9 and 10, specifically grade 10 artificial intelligence, a code 417 CBSE curriculum, supercomputer curriculum called as AI Superstar. And I'm really happy that many schools out there have taken it up. We wanted to launch this in the month of May itself, but considering summer vacations, we're like, let's school begin at least a little bit in Hyderabad and Bangalore. We'll launch it a little late. I would like to play the launch video once more, then we'll quickly wrap up with some questions and then we can carry on with our day. So here we go. For that, I would like to share my screen on launch video once again, and then we'll conclude on the same. So you'll be able to see that in 3, 2. All the teachers out there who would like to have the sample copies would request you to please fill up the Google form that's coming on the chat by our team members. You can fill that up. If you require the basically the sample copies, do mention it to us. We've already couriered it to quite a lot of people, but in case if you require again, we'll definitely share it with you. Hard copies will be delivered. The soft copies can also be shared, but the soft copies will not share in the form of a PDF document. We'll share in the form of LMS link. We'll be able to access it. Don't worry. So I would like rightly request Mukesh to please share the Google Form link on the chat. In the meanwhile, I'm sharing the screen with the AI launch, AI Superstar launch again. While we speak about all these aspects one by one, the launch and everything, one important aspect that I have mentioned definitely is about the employability skills. That's another fantastic area that has come across, and I would like to quickly share my screen and show one of the chapters out there, at least right now, to set the context out there. And this is really great. All the teachers out there, this is going to be definitely very inspiring for all of you. For that, I'm sharing the screen. Here we go. You'll be able to see this in 3, 2, 1. How to ignite your entrepreneurial journey. Anybody's interested? Look at this. In 1946, in India, a young man took out a loan, bought some equipment, and started manufacturing balloons in a tiny shed. His friends told him that he was making a big mistake and tried to discourage him. But he kept working on his tiny setup, proudly calling it a factory. Everyone laughed at the same and the name, but this man was thinking far beyond balloons. Who was this man? Why did he give such an ambitious name? Did he succeed? Let's explore. So basically, this chapter is all about entrepreneurship. You can see the objectives, contrast self-employed person and an entrepreneur, define entrepreneurship, list the various business types, define profit and risk in entrepreneurship, outline the entrepreneurship development process. This is the major learning objective as per the party. When I quickly go down to the last part of the chapter, fantastic case study, you will definitely love it. We have spoken about nearly 15 startups out there, which has proven to be the best in one of the categories, and quite an inspiring story. Let us conclude. Now that we understand the entrepreneurial journey, that we have done the chapter right now, let's return to the young man and his humble balloon factory. The determined young man was K.M. Mamin, the founder of Madras Rubber Factory, MRF. Though he initially had just a shed, a balloon making setup, he still called it a factory because he believed it could become much bigger. With his patience, creativity, and hard work, MRF soon moved on to making footwear, then conveyor belts, and eventually tires. At that time, foreign companies dominated the Indian market, and it was predicted that MRF would fail. But through innovation, quality, and bold strategies, Mammon turned MRF into India's largest tire manufacturer and a respected global brand. His story reflects true entrepreneurial spirit, courage to dream big, even when starting small. So this is basically one of the chapters from part I wanted to show like how the chapters are written. So context setting and context conclusion, along with a lot of ideas and real life scenarios. Grade 9 and grade 10 students are going to definitely have a very good time interact with the books. I would like to request you to please fill up the inquiry form if you have any queries. But before concluding, last set of 5 to 6 questions that I would like to ask, you would like to please put it on the chat. First question, here we go, completely from grade 10 content of artificial intelligence. Which metric in model evaluation tells how often the model is correct? I will repeat it. Which metric in model evaluation tells how often the model is correct? Anybody knows the answer to this? You can put it on the chat. Well, there is a metric. It's called as, I think you know it. Well, it's called as, no one? It's called as accuracy. No, not confusion matrix. You're close. Okay, I'll come to that. Which matrix is used to visualize classification model performance? I'll repeat it. Which matrix is used to visualize classification model performance? Exactly. That's confusion matrix. Absolutely. You got the answer. Yeah. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Which Python library is used for data manipulation? Which Python library is used for data manipulation? I think you know this. Absolutely. He's a cute little panda. Pandas. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Coming to the penultimate question. What is the AI tool used for no code machine learning projects? What is the AI tool used for no code machine learning projects? Predominantly used in data science. Uh-huh. Exactly. ODMs, orange data mining. Orange data mining. Well, no, two questions. Let's go for that. Which technology allows computers to see? Which technology allows computers to see and interpret images? Allows to see and interpret images. Obviously, computer vision. Stupid question, right? Very simple. Finally, the last one. Which emerging technology analyzes human emotions in text? Which emerging technology analyzes human emotions in text? Very good. It's NLP. Under NLP, there is a separate category and it's called as sentimental. Aruna ma'am, you're absolutely right. Kavita ma'am, it's called a sentiment analysis. Absolutely, sentiment analysis. Well, these are some of the questions taken from the chapter. We have such kind of quiz organized on OpenCS platform, which a teacher could assign to the students and get it conducted. While we believe this artificial intelligence from content point of view is quite elaborate, quite enormous, but if dealt with right examples and real life connects with C4 model in place, along with competency-based education system, trust me, grade 9 and 10 of supercomputer curriculum called as AI Superstar can really be game changer. You would love it. You would love it. It's my humble request for all the teachers out there to fill up the inquiry form to get your sample copies at place. Our team members will contact you for you to join the training program, which is going to start very soon. The announcement is going to happen most probably in this week or the coming week from Monday onwards. I need to check on that. But mostly these classes will happen in the evening and you can participate. Irrespective of the curriculum, you have it or not. That brings me to the end of the session, teachers. Thank you so much, Ramya ma'am, Shaishta ma'am, and Asha ma'am, and all the super teacher team members and the teachers who have our books and who are wanting to have the sample copies as well right now. Thank you so much for participating in this event and making it gracious and quite vibrant out there, especially the teachers from the schools who have just now come. Some of you were there in the auto. I can see that some of them you were actually walking on the roads coming back to home. So it really gives us a lot of responsibility and working sincerely towards easing the task of a teacher in teaching and giving those conveniences for the students in learning. Thank you so much. I would like to meet you again with another launch very soon. Until then, Jai Hind and bye everyone. Thank you to all the teachers who have congratulated us. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. Fill up the session form, inquiry form to get your copies. I shall see you soon. Yeah. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Pravinder. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, Geeta, ma'am. Thank you, Anjana, ma'am. Thank you to all the delegates. Thank you so much, all the leaders out there, allowing your teachers to join this session. And it really requires a lot of efforts. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you, Sashwati.
Thank you.
Sashwati, ma'am, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. It was an amazing session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, teachers. Rohit sir. Thank you, Lakshmi, ma'am. Thank you, Uma, ma'am. Thank you so much. Looking forward to interacting with all of you in the training program of grade 9 and 10 artificial intelligence from CBSE code 416. See you soon.